Micah Parsons, as you know, I was all in on as a rookie. Didn't see him coming before the draft. Was a little surprised he fell all the way to 12th in the draft. Kept hearing at Penn State he was very immature and close to uncoachable. So he fell into Jerry Jones' lap at 12 after the Eagles could have taken him and didn't, even though there was the recent report that they were another team that did try to trade for him. Probably tried to steal him if I know Howie Roseman. But even though I was so all in on Micah as a rookie to the point that on TV we had a video made, thanks to the great DJ Steve Porter, a My Oh Micah 11 from Heaven video. This is when he was a rookie. I was that all in, but then I expected sophomore, junior, senior years in Dallas for him to live up, and more up to 11 from Heaven, the nickname I gave him, and he lived down, and farther down to what I had built him up to be. I was definitely wrong about Micah after his rookie year because I did overreact. So now that he has gone to heaven in Green Bay, where Jerry sent him, I'm going to have to hang in and hang on and hang tough with my ultimate opinion of Micah Parsons, which is can't be trusted long term. I'm going to have the guts and the courage of my convictions and the resilience and the sheer gumption just to hang in with that opinion going forward that Micah will finally expose himself to Packer Nation the way he always exposed himself in big games as a Dallas Cowboy. Down the stretch of Cowboy seasons, he got exposed because he got worn down and finally worn completely out. And I'm here to tell you, I believe that will happen. It doesn't look good right now because he fell into the perfect place at the perfect time with a top 5 defense that he's now making, as we speak, a top 1 defense. He has turned back into the baddest pass rusher on the planet because he's operating alongside 3 other former first-round picks across the Green Bay defensive front. Way to go, Micah. Congratulations, Micah. For now. Green Bay has played 2 home games, 2 big stage home games, one a late afternoon window game, and then obviously a Thursday night game in which Micah detonated a team, a town, and a nation, Packer Nation. And everybody involved, including the fandom, have just exploded around the presence of Micah Parsons, who they think is something he's really not. And he has played shot out of a cannon for the first 2 games, especially the Thursday night game, and after which I posted a video. I give up, I give in to Micah Parsons, but I'm just reacting in the moment to what I just saw. Eye test told me, man, I haven't seen him play like this since his rookie year in Dallas 4 years ago. FanDuel's getting you ready for the NFL season with an offer you won't want to miss. New customers can bet just $5 and get $300 in bonus bets if you win. That's right. Pick a bet $5. If it wins, you will unlock $300 in bonus bets to use all across the app. You can build parlays, you can bet player props, you can ride the live lines, whatever your style, FanDuel has you covered. The NFL season is here. I don't know if you've noticed, but it's on top of us, and the games just get greater and greater, more and more exciting. The only question is, are you ready to play? I mean, play yourself. Visit FanDuel.com/skip. Use my first name, SKIP, to download the FanDuel app today and get started. FanDuel.com/skip, SKIP. Back to the Packers. So in just the way I hung in and hung on for dear life with Baker Mayfield, I'm going to hang in and hang on for dear life with Micah not being Micah. He's not my Micah. My former 11 from heaven has become my 11 from hell in Green Bay because he lucked into the perfect place for him. He lucked into it. Jerry Jones finally saw the light. He's been a disaster against the run as a Dallas Cowboy. I'm sorry, he just has. I can't get out of my mind. Only diehard Cowboy fans will appreciate this and validate me and vindicate me on this, that Micah Parsons was on the football field for every play of New Orleans and Alvin Kamara coming to Dallas in week 2 of last year. It just was a year ago, right now, week 2. It was 35-16 New Orleans at halftime. We literally got run off the field, 190 rush yards we gave up to the Saints, who were, we didn't know it at that moment, on their way to disaster. Now a lot of people think they're the worst team. That team scored 35 in the first half against a Micah Parsons-led defense. Fact. Week 3, Baltimore comes to Jerry World and rushes for 274 yards, and it's 28-6 Baltimore going into the fourth quarter. Fact. So what am I supposed to think about Micah Parsons? That, off those 2 games, sure, Jerry, make him the highest paid defensive player ever, and please make him the highest paid non-quarterback in all the land. That's what I want. Sure, that's what I want. I picked Philadelphia to win the Super Bowl before last season. So here they came against Dallas twice. They win 34-6 and 41-7. They rush for 187 yards the first game and 179 the second game. Micah played every snap of both games. What am I supposed to do with that? Did he wreck the game the way he wrecked some games when he was a rookie? No, he did not. What am I supposed to do with that? I'm going to say it one more time. What was I supposed to do with 4 playoff games that I watched very carefully with Micah Parsons playing all the way through each of the 4, healthy, as healthy as you could be at that time of year? And he registers 1 sack late in the game at Tampa against the 8-9 Bucks, featuring 45-year-old Tom Brady in his swan song game. 129 left, Micah sacked 45-year-old Tom Brady. That's his only sack in 4 playoff games. 2 no-shows against San Francisco, a complete and utter goose egg across the stat sheet no-show. A flat-out straight Casper the Unfriendly Ghost game, ghosted us against the Green Bay Packers in a home playoff game that we were down 27-0 before halftime. Before halftime? I still haven't gotten over it. What am I supposed to do with that? We got to pay Micah. Really? No, we don't have to pay Micah. Green Bay, I told you, good riddance in Dallas, good luck there. But maybe this is the classic case of he needed to go somewhere else and we needed a fresh start. I still believe the Cowboys can be a pretty good team this year. They survived the Giants. And I still say we'll be a better team, T-E-A-M team, without Micah Parsons. I still believe that what happened in Dallas will eventually repeat itself. Maybe it won't be this year. Maybe they're going to win the chip. Green and gold. But gold will turn into fool's gold at some point down the line with Micah Parsons, because it just will. I know this in my heart of hearts. Deep down in my soul, I know he will turn into the fool's gold that he was in Dallas. Obviously, in Dallas over the last 3 years, he played with nothing near the energy and the emotion, the electricity, the intensity, the chip on shoulder anger that he has flashed regularly, consistently as a Green Bay Packer. We just didn't, for the last 3 years, we did not get that. He got sacks here and there just because he's gifted. Speed and quickness sacks, not a physical football player. Over his years since he entered the league, 5th in sacks in the league, 5th in quarterback hits in the league. Give you that. Very good, but not the best. Nope. I don't see it. Never saw it. Neither will Green Bay at some point. The real Micah will, instead of stand up, sit down. The real Micah will sit down right before your very eyes. He gets worn down and worn out over time because he's not a huge football player. He's not an extremely physical football player. He just gets engulfed by 330-pound tackles, chip blocks. He just wears down. In Dallas, I believe he put it in cruise control over the last 3 years because he convinced himself, or his agent or people around him convinced him, Jerry will eventually, sooner than later, make you the highest paid defensive player ever. And he was just coasting and counting his money before he had been paid. That's what I believe. So now, he said the other night, post-game show on Prime, after the Thursday night game, I'm playing angry. Well, God bless you, young man. Made me angry because I didn't see him ever play angry in Dallas. He played free, happy as a rookie. He just, it's sort of ignorance is bliss. You just sort of start playing on your talent. They don't know how to defend you. You move them around the formation. Just on sheer speed and quickness, he's getting to the quarterback, wrecking games. League started figuring him out. Run at him. Neutralize him by running at him. So what's happened in Green Bay? He has been front running and not had to play the run. What were the snaps? It was like 40, well, no, it was 30-some snaps, 32 snaps the first game, 6 running plays out of 32 because they're playing from ahead. They're jumping all over people at home on big stage games. Next was 47 snaps, I think, on the Thursday night game, and 7 were against the run. Okay? So you couldn't attack his weakness because he's playing from his strength. You have to throw because you're behind, and he can pin proverbial ears back and literally chase the quarterback. He chased down Jared Goff with a blindside ambush sack, and he chased Jaden Daniels. Jaden's looking over his shoulder, running up through the pocket, and didn't see a tackler who hit him low and sprained his knee. And now he's iffy for Sunday. That was a Micah play. I give you that. Micah shot out of a cannon. He can really run. I mean, he ran 4.39 at 250-ish before the draft. He can do that. I give you that. But was he a leader in Dallas? No. 2 team leaders took public shots at him for prioritizing his podcast over becoming a better football player. DeMarcus Lawrence did that. Malik Hooker did that. Both did it publicly. That's significant to me. So, prediction, while I give it up to Micah now, I am predicting that over time, he will reveal himself to be not a leader, more of a solo act, social media obsessed, at least as obsessed with becoming a social media star, podcast star, a celebrity socially, as he is with becoming a great football player. I think that will be revealed. I think there'll be a point where somebody in the locker room will say something about him when it gets dark up there. The days are very short and the nights are long. In Green Bay, when you're snowed in, something will go sideways, and either Micah will sort of reveal himself, or teammates, it will come clear what he's not. What he's not is why Jerry did the right thing not to pay him and keep him in Dallas. The right thing. Now, again, not to be a hypocrite, I did say, I didn't know what would get offered in trade. I do like Kenny Clark. He had a sack early the other day against the Giants, and I think he's really good for our defense and will be. I know we gave up, whatever it was, 506 yards through an overtime. It was like 5 quarters. But I would have just relit the fire under Micah. I would have kept him for one more year and just said, I got you under contract. You got the 5th year of your rookie deal. You just play it out. What was it? 23 or 4 million, still pretty good money. But I would have just said, no, you got to show me more. Show me you can play the run. I would have tried to remotivate him by not paying him for one more year. Again, you'd risk losing him, but you still got the tag. If you want to tag him, would he always be, Jerry finally decided he'd just be terminally unhappy and could become not just a distraction, but I hate the C word, cancerous, but you become that. You become toxic in the locker room. And I think Jerry finally decided it's almost like the Jerry Jimmy. At some point, Jerry just pulled the plug on Jimmy because it had gotten so bad. If you saw the Cowboy documentary, as I was saying in the documentary, it got so bad, it was never going to get better. Could Jerry have figured out Jimmy for one more championship? Maybe, but I think both of them had hit the wall with each other. And so Jerry at least had the ownership perspective and guts to just say, This is going no farther. I'm pulling the plug. They still got another Super Bowl out of it with my guy, Barry Switzer. Way to go, Barry. The point is, I'm going to hang in and I'm going to hang on with Micah, Aaron, Parsons. I'm not wishing him ill. I'm not wishing evil on him. I don't do that. Don't put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby, if you know Talladega Nights. I don't do that. I don't want that. I don't wish that. I'm just telling you that he is what he's not. And what he's not will come clear to you over time in Green Bay. But I'm going to have to hang in because the odds are they're going to keep winning games. But we do have a game a week from Sunday in Dallas. I believe, I'll save my prediction until next week, but I do believe the Cowboys will play their asses off in that game, this upcoming game, just the way they did at Philadelphia. They'll play what I call good scared, with what Coach Popovich used to call the appropriate fear, because you're fearing that you'll get blown off your own turf. And they will rise and shine in that game. Kind of like Dallas' chances to win that game, but I'll get to that next week.